So I pretty much got a full face of makeup, cost me like £25, which is insane. Some of these products were like 80p, like 80p for a makeup product. This one is too light and this one is too dark, so that's just bloody brilliant, isn't it? I don't know if you can see that, but it's like retreated back into its hole. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and hello if you're new, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe before you leave, that would be amazing. And also if you haven't already, click the little bell notification because that will notify you every time I upload a new video. Oh, I just realised I haven't brushed my brows up. Firstly, I just want to point out that I know my hair looks like shit. I am having what I can only describe as a really bad hair week. Nothing that I'm doing to my hair this week is looking good. I feel like I just need to get to the hairdressers ASAP. I need it coloured, I need it cut. I'm sure so many people can relate to me, but please just ignore my hair in this video. I tried to go for that like, oh, I just put my hair up in a messy bun and it just looks like I rolled out of bed, but I actually look really cute. But instead I just look like I've just rolled out of bed. So just ignore the hair. Also, it's about 2 billion degrees today and I can't open any of my windows because otherwise you will hear my neighbours and they will hear me, which is really embarrassing. And I film with natural lighting, so I'm sat by a sunny window. So if I look really sweaty in this video, that's because I am. I am sorry if I look like a sweaty mess in this video as well. I have got a fan tan, so hopefully that will do the trick. So if you haven't already guessed from the title of this video, today I'm doing a full face of makeup from a company and a website called Shopmissa, which I kind of discovered about 2 months ago. I saw someone tweet about it and there was a little thread, and basically this company sells very, very inexpensive makeup products, and they also sell brushes and kind of other accessories and lashes and all things like that. I have seen a couple of videos where people have tested out the makeup because the makeup is super cheap. Like when I say cheap, I'm not talking like drugstore prices, I'm talking like some of these products were like 80p. Like 80p for a makeup product. I actually completely forgot I ordered this stuff. I ordered this stuff probably about a month ago now, thinking about it. It was about a month ago and it completely left my brain that I even ordered it because, to be honest, I've been doing so many online orders recently, I don't even know what is supposed to be arriving to my house anymore. Now, I can't remember exactly each item's price, but I am going to be putting it on the screen as I go. So I'm not going to be talking through prices, but it will be somewhere on the screen. But I do remember that this full face of makeup, so I pretty much got a full face of makeup, cost me like £25, which is insane. Like normally I spend £25 on one product, let alone a whole face. So I'm very interested to see if we can find any goodies, if there's anything that's good, if there's anything that's really bad, and yeah. Ooh. Put all of the products that I've got in this glossy box just to keep them all together, but as you can see, I got ton of stuff and this all came to £25, and to be honest it would have been even less, but I bought other stuff as well. Like I bought, for example, this is argan oil sponge soap, so I thought this would be really good for cleaning my beauty blender. That's just reminded me I haven't wetted my beauty blender. Dampened, I mean, not wetted. And I also bought like other stuff, like these are some bamboo, are they bamboo? These are some wooden like cotton buds, and these were literally like 80p on the website, so I thought I'd pick some up if I'm doing an order anyway. And then yeah, I think the rest of it is pretty much just makeup stuff. And yeah, I'm literally going to drop that. I don't know why I keep holding it up. So yeah, this has been the longest intro of my life. I've been filming for 5 minutes. Can I just shut up, please, and get on with it? So I've already prepped my skin. I've done my usual kind of serum and moisturiser situation. And I did actually pick up a primer. This is the AOA Studio Clean Slate Primer. Now, on their website, they did have this brand, which is called AOA. And they did also have a few other brands. I don't think this website just stocks one. Like, it's not their makeup, if that makes sense. It's like other brands put their makeup on there, if that makes any kind of sense. So this brand AOA was the like most popular one. The products were like mostly from there, but there was a few other little kind of brands as well. So yeah, I have no idea what this primer is supposed to do. It says Clean Slate is lightweight and melts right into your skin, leaving a silky smooth while extending makeup wear. I can't read out loud to save my life, so there you go. It basically extends the wear of your makeup, so I'm just going to be popping that onto my skin. The actual texture of this product feels really nice. It feels like a moisturiser, to be honest. It doesn't feel like silicone-y, which I thought it would. I thought that it would have that kind of like Professional by Benefit type of feel, which isn't really a primer that I would usually use, but I actually really like the way this one feels, and it smells really nice as well. It smells kind of like just a really nice, lightly fragranced moisturiser, you know, like kind of like that spa-ish kind of scent, which I do actually really like. So I picked up 2 different foundations because, to be honest, shade matching foundations online is a nightmare at the best of times, let alone when you've never seen kind of like many people use the brand. So I picked up 2 foundations from AOA. The first one is called the PROWEAR Full Coverage Foundation, and this is giving me kind of like Glossier vibes. Like the packaging is literally basically exactly the same as the Glossier skin tint, which I love that product, but I have a feeling this isn't going to be the same because this says it's full coverage and that one isn't. And then I've got this one by AOA also, and this is called the Buildable Satin Foundation, and this one comes in a kind of like small, this is 19ml, this one is 30ml, this one is 19ml, and this comes in a little pipette bottle, it's glass. So I picked the full coverage one up in the shade Pure Beige, and I picked this one up in the shade Porcelain, and I have a feeling that this one is too light and this one is too dark, so that's just bloody brilliant, isn't it? So I'm going to give them both a good shake, and what I might do is actually mix them together if the shade's not going to be good, because I don't want this makeup to look like, at the end of the day, like I do want it to genuinely like be my skin colour and look good. So first of all, gonna try, let me zoom you in a bit. So this is the one with the pipette. Okay, why is that my skin shade? That is literally a perfect match. Okay, that is literally a perfect match. I don't know why I thought that was going to be too light. I'm now going to try the other one just for shits and giggles. This one is definitely thicker. Like, I don't know if you saw that one go into my skin, but it was quite runny. It was like that sort of texture that I thought it would be, considering it was in a pipette. Yeah, that is way too dark. Oh my god, that is thick as well, like proper thick. Okay, that is not my colour. Okay, I'm just going to take this tissue and I'm just going to remove that one because that is not my shade. I'm going to take a little bit of the one in the pipette and I'm just going to pop some on the back of my hand first. So as you can see, the texture of that is like super runny. And I'm actually going to take that on a brush because I forgot to dampen my beauty blender. And to be honest, I've actually been really liking using a brush for my foundation at the moment anyway. So it's actually applying to my skin quite nicely. It's definitely more of a kind of lighter to medium sort of coverage. It's not giving me like full coverage or anything, which actually I really like. I don't really like full coverage foundations at the moment. I'm going through a bit of a phase where I just like my makeup to look a tiny bit more natural, and especially in the summer, like I don't want my skin to be caked with foundation. There's nothing worse than having full coverage foundation on in like the heat. This seems to be like a really nice kind of texture. It's a little bit on the powdery side. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that on the camera, but it's giving me like powdery vibes. It's glowy though, which is so weird, but it's got like a powdery kind of finish, and it's not really sitting that well on my nose, but that could be due to the sweat because I am sweating a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Do look a bit ghostly though, don't I? Let's be honest. Like, it is a little bit pale for me. Okay, I'm not absolutely obsessed with that foundation. I just feel like, number one, the colour is just a tiny bit too pale for me. Even though it does match me, I still would prefer to be slightly darker. It's sitting quite powdery on my skin, which I'm not loving, but that could just be because I'm sweating a little bit, so I will be trying that out again. But for now, it's just not wowing me. But I think this was literally like £3 or £4, so I can't really complain. This next product is a concealer, and this is the AOA Studio Liquid Concealer. Now this is gonna be way too dark. This is literally even darker than that foundation that we use. I don't know if you can see that, so I'm not gonna be able to use this. If I remember rightly, there was quite a lot of stuff that I wanted to get out of stock. Like, I think the concealer was one of the ones where they didn't have a lot of shades in stock, so I ended up just getting whatever because it was at 80p anyway. But I'm not going to be able to use this because it's not my colour. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly jump off camera and actually just use a different concealer for my under eye bags, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so my concealer is on, and I actually just noticed in the box and realised I completely forgot, but I did actually pick up 2 brushes. So I picked up the concealer brush, and this is from the brand CALA, which this is what I was talking about. There were some other brands on the website, and I also picked up this mascara brush as well, which just looks like a normal spoolie. Again, I think these were like literally like 80p. Oh my god. It comes with its own little velvet pouch. Some high-end brands don't even do that. It just looks like your normal kind of standard flat concealer brush. I actually really like these brushes, and I find that you don't need to spend a lot of money on these brushes because they are just literally a flat brush. This would be perfect for like cutting your crease or like cutting out your brows or just like concealer. So yeah, that looks pretty good to me. Then I also got the mascara one. So this one is literally just your kind of bog standard spoolie, and I use these like there's no tomorrow for my eyebrows. So I'm just gonna actually brush them up now because they're looking a bit diabolical. So yeah, quite happy with that. That's quite a nice little spoolie. It's a nice thin black handle. So next I have from the brand AOA. These are the Glow Baby Illuminating Drops, and these looked really nice. I think they were around £4. This was one of the most expensive things that I picked up, I remember, and this was literally like £4. And this is basically just a set of 5 kind of liquid illuminators, kind of similar to like the iconic London ones. So I think I'm going to use this one here, which kind of looks most likely my shade. It's kind of like a pale champagne shade. This is the kind of most similar to the colour that I use in the iconic one. So it comes in a little pipette, but I'm just gonna kind of like tap the wand on my cheek, and I'm just gonna, okay, I definitely put too much on, so I'm just gonna spread that around the places that I want highlighted. But it's giving me a really nice glow. I'm gonna take my beauty blender, which hasn't been dampened, and then I'm just gonna press. Okay, so it's giving me a really nice glow. What the hell? That's really good. The only thing I would say is that it has very, very slightly disrupted the foundation underneath that, just very slightly. It's nothing too noticeable, and to be honest, that could be the foundation's fault as opposed to the drop's fault. So yeah, I'll definitely try these out with my normal kind of foundation routine and let you guys know. But so far, that's actually really nice. It's giving me a really nice subtle glow. Okay, so I've just realised in my box of goodies that I actually didn't pick up a powder and a bronzer. I think the reason for that was mostly because they were out of stock. I do remember that there were some things that I wanted to get which I couldn't. I think the bronzer was definitely out of stock. They had a really dark one that wouldn't have worked for me, but I couldn't get a bronzer and I couldn't get a powder. So yeah, I'm just going to quickly off camera apply some powder and bronzer, and then we're going to come back to do some eyes, blush, lips, all that good stuff. Okay, so I have just done my brows off camera as well as my bronzer and my powder, because annoyingly I was convinced that I picked up a brow pencil, and I even vaguely remember seeing it in the box and reading that it was dark brown, but for whatever reason I can't find it for the life of me. I've literally done a run of my house and I can't find it. I can't find it in my makeup collection, and everything was put straight in this box, so I don't know if I'm bugging out and I didn't actually buy one. But to be honest, I'm very, very fussy when it comes to brow products anyway, so I just filled in my brows with my normal Charlotte Tilbury and my clear brow gel from NYX. So sorry about that. I know that I said this is a full face and it's like not even a full face, but you know, you're seeing the main things. So I actually picked up 4 blushes. Don't ask me why I felt the need to pick up 4, but I picked up one of these ones from AOA. This is called the Perfect Blush, and this is in the shade 261 Dandy. This looks like a kind of really nice peachy, kind of more matte blush. Then I picked up 2 of these guys, which are slightly bigger pans. So this one is called the LUMI Radiant Blush, and this one is in the shade Delicate Pink. This one looks like a really nice kind of very glowy blush. This looks like more of a blush topper for me personally. Like I would use a blush under this and then just use a tiny bit to dust over the top to give me a glow. Then we have this one from AOA also, and this is called the Wonder Baked Highlighter, and this one is in the shade 2157 FRESA. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. This one definitely looks like more of a blush topper again. It doesn't really look like my kind of colour for a highlighter because obviously it's pink. Then we have this one which is called the Wonder Baked Highlighter, and this is in the shade 2135 Bubbly. So this is definitely more of a highlighter for me. This one actually looks really nice, but when I'm kind of touching it, it feels very dry. Like I wish that, let me put it, bit of ASMR, but that's what it feels like when I'm rubbing the pans. So I have a feeling, oh yeah, it's like one of those highlighters where I don't know if you can see, but I'm kind of rubbing at the top and it's almost taking off the top glittery sort of highlight layer. So I have a feeling it's one of those ones which just happens quite a lot with cheaper highlighters, where they get like a powder and then spray a kind of spray over the top to make it look really glowy, but it's actually not, it's just a spray over, which is super annoying. But anyways, yeah, the swatch looks really peachy. It actually looks more like a blush. So we have the beautiful glow from the highlighter drops, and I'm actually really impressed with that. I think that looks really nice, especially for the price, and you get so many in a pack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this one, which is the kind of matte blush first in the shade Dandy, and then I'm going to kind of use that as a base and then see kind of where I want to go from there. So I'm going to take my little blush brush. This is actually quite weird packaging. It kind of like comes off the lid, so I'm definitely going to end up losing that. So I'm just going to pop this on my cheeks, obviously. Okay, that's actually quite a nice colour. Definitely more of a peachy colour, which I do really like. I'm going to take a little bit on my nose. I find with blush, like sometimes you can't really go wrong with a blush. If they're the right colour for you and they're, you know, got enough pigment and they're not sort of too pigmented, it's quite hard to go wrong with a blush, I personally find. Might have gone a little bit ham to be honest, because it looks a tiny bit patchy in some places. We just blend it a little bit more. What I'm going to do is I'm now going to go in with this one, which is the shade FRESA. I'm just going to put this on the top as kind of like a blush topper. I don't know if this is going to look good, so hopefully it does. Definitely giving the cheeks a nice glow. Okay, so that's the blush. I don't think that looks awful. I don't think that this is going to be the best blush in the world, just because I have a feeling that this one is the same as the highlighter, where it's got the spray over, and then once you get through that, it's kind of just... So I'll keep you guys posted probably over on Instagram, but yeah, I'm not a massive fan, but it's worked well for now. So for eyeshadow, I actually didn't get an eyeshadow palette because the ones that I wanted were actually out of stock, and I didn't want to just order one that I knew that I was never going to use. So I actually ordered this kind of shadow stick, and this is from the brand AOA, and this is the extra large long lasting shadow stick in the shade Matte Taupe. So what I'm actually going to do with this is kind of create like a little bit of a liner. So I'm just going to drag this out. I don't know how pigmented this is. I don't think it's that pigmented, to be honest. Yeah, that's not pigmented at all. It kind of needs a bit of, oh my god, I don't know if you can see that, but it's like retreated back into its hole as I've tried to warm it up. I don't really know what to do now because it's gone. Where's it gone? Oh my god, this is so weird. So the bottom thing has just come off and it's coming out the bottom. Why is it doing that? I feel like it's melted. It's literally coming... That's literally just come out of the pencil. That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever had a product do that before. That is so strange. I'm so confused. I don't really know what to do because I literally can't... I literally can't use that because it's literally just fallen out. That was a flop. Okay, so now I've got a little smudge on my eye that I need to take off. Okay, so forget what I just said about that. That was a complete flop and fail. That didn't work at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the blush that I used and I'm just going to use that in the kind of crease of my eye to make a little bit of definition, just so I can do something on the eyes because I don't want to leave the eyes completely bare. But I have got a pair of lashes in a second to use, so... yeah, at least we've got something for the eyes. I didn't pick up a mascara either because I believe it was out of stock. So like I said, I'm just using the blusher in the kind of crease of my eye. Sometimes I'll do this anyway with like bronzers and blushes because I feel like they work really well as eyeshadow, and also if you've used that colour already on your face, then it will definitely kind of tie in all together and look really cohesive. I'm also just going to take some of that on my lid. I think with these kind of like cheaper brands, whether it be that you can find them in the drugstore and they're really cheap, or they're online and they're really cheap, I feel like you're always going to have products that just absolutely do not work. And then you might find a couple of gems here and there that are really kind of worth the money and worth having, but for the most part I feel like you do often get what you pay for when it comes to makeup and things in general. I'm not completely mad that that pencil broke because I think it was literally like 80p. Okay, so I'm just going to do that on the eyes because to be honest I can't really do much more than that. That's pretty much all I've got. I might just quickly do a little wing, give myself a little wing so that my eyes don't look completely bare. So I'm just going to use my Sensei eyeliner. This is in the shade brown, but it pretty much looks black because it's a very dark brown. I'm just going to do a quick wing. Okay, so I just quickly popped on a little wing and some mascara, as you would have seen, just because I didn't pick up some mascara as I said. So I just wanted to prep my lashes because I did pick up these, and these are the AOA Caroline lashes, and these are kind of like accent lashes, so corner ones, which I really like corner lashes. I wear them much more than normal lashes, and I actually sometimes cut lashes to make them corner lashes because I just find them so much more wearable and elegant and kind of effortless as well. These actually look pretty good, I can't lie. I don't think they're going to be anything kind of revolutionary. I think they were, again, probably around 80p, but I don't think that they look awful, and I do think they will look quite good on the eyes. So actually going to apply them using some Huda Beauty lash glue. This is my favourite lash glue. This is pretty much the only lash glue that I ever use, and then I'm just going to pop them on my tweezers and just give them a few seconds to kind of dry down, and then I'm going to look down into my mirror and place these on my outer corner of my eye. I find accent lashes are so easy to apply as well, so if you're someone that struggles with applying lashes but you just want a little bit of a lift, accent lashes just in general are the best because they're so easy, like literally anyone can do it. Okay, and that is it, and that is the lash on. I quite like that. I don't think that's bad at all. Like, it's, again, it's not anything revolutionary, but I just think that it's done the job. I am going to put a little bit of mascara on it to just lift them a tiny bit and blend my lashes in. on. Okay, so now onto lips, and I'm actually quite excited for this combo because I feel like this actually looks pretty good. Like this could be a winner. So first of all, I have this lip liner. This is from the brand CELAVI, I think I'm saying that right. And this is the pencil lip liner in the shade Vanilla Cone, and this looks like a really nice kind of brownie nude. The only problem that we could have with this is that it's dry and crusty and it drags on the lips, so I might just give it a quick sharpen before I use it. And then we have the AOA Studio lipstick in the shade 1331 Shore, which looks like a really nice nude. It almost reminds me of Stoned Rose from Charlotte Tilbury, if anyone's familiar. I really like this shade. Yeah, I mean, the packaging isn't anything really that special, let's be honest. It's a bit cheap, but I mean, if the lipstick is good, then I'll be happy. So the liner actually felt quite creamy when I swatched it, so I've got high hopes for this one. Okay, it's doing that thing where it like crumbles off. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like crumbling off. I hate it when lip liners do that. It's so annoying because then you kind of have to resharpen them, but I can't be bothered. Okay, so the actual formula of that, it was quite creamy. Like it had the good mixture of kind of creaminess to dryness, so it's not going to slip around too much, but also it was crumbly, which is so annoying, and I'm not obsessed with the colour of this. Like it's a bit orangey. It just doesn't really go well with my skin tone personally, but it's not the worst thing I've ever tried. So now I'm just going to pop on the lipstick and see what this looks like. This looks like it's going to be quite shiny. My lips are so dry, can we not? Okay, so that's the lipstick. Other than the fact that my lips are as dry as the Sahara Desert, it doesn't actually look that bad, and the colour is quite nice. Like I feel like it really goes with the makeup. It goes with the kind of blushy vibes. It's definitely like a nude, but it's got that hint of pink, so it gives it that really nice kind of blushed vibe. It doesn't feel like the most kind of luxurious formula ever. I don't know if you know what I mean, but you can definitely tell the difference with applying a luxurious, nice, expensive lipstick and this kind of like cheap formula. But nonetheless, it's done the job and it looks nice, and if it lasts really well, then it will be a winner. So this is the finished look using all makeup from Shopmissa, and I'm actually not that mad. I feel like it looks like a normal makeup look that I would do. So in terms of like all of the products and how I like them, so far there really isn't anything that I actively dislike. I feel like everything on my face looks really nice. Like the foundation looks nice. Definitely now we've got all the makeup on, it looks a little bit less powdery and it's kind of sunken into my skin a little bit, and I've also stopped sweating, so that's probably why. The lashes I love. The lashes are probably my favourite thing out of the whole kind of trying out and haul, because I just think they look so natural and pretty and fluttery, and I'll definitely be ordering some more of those. And yeah, the lipstick is also quite nice. The blushes I like. That liquid highlighter as well was amazing. So yeah, if you're looking for some makeup on a budget, I would definitely recommend checking out the website, because as I said, everything is so cheap, so even if it doesn't really work for you that well, you haven't kind of broke the bank. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry if it was a bit long. I know I did ramble a little bit. But if you did like this style of video, please do give the video a thumbs up and let me know if you want me to kind of try out any other makeup brands or anything like that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.